Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. I'm going to show you sales that come up starting Tuesday, the day after Christmas. And this is going to help you out to make plans in case you have some ideas of things you want, because the freaks that I know, well, they're both 12 years old. What can I say? Of course they're freaks because we were freaks when we were that age. But the good kind of freaks. It's a positive freak. They're looking forward to some of these tanks, and I figured I would share this information with you to give you an idea. There's some killer information available. So it would really help a lot if you could leave a like for this video. That would help spread the word to other players who are also going to be helped by this video. And once they see what I'm doing over here with all the great players that hang around, maybe they'll want to stick around themselves. So now let's check out these sales. Okay, I'm going to just, everything I'm going to tell you is going to be my personal evaluation, as objective as I can be about it, and then I'll give you my personal opinion separate from that. Because some of these tanks are not specialties of mine, but I've played them and I know what is good and what is not good. And I have no problem telling you something that, hey, I'm not good in tank X maybe, but you will enjoy the heck out of it because it's for the specialist of that kind of tank. And we'll get to that. So let's roll here and see what comes up first. Okay, basic stuff. If you're doing toy tank mode, you're going to earn ×2 silver boosters for free. So try that first, while that's going on during this next up to, what is it? Oh, wait a second. This is not relevant. This is only for Christmas week. This ends Christmas night. So weekly deal, 1.5 silver boosters. You probably don't need those. I'd probably save my money. This T95E2 tank isn't that great either. It's okay. I have it. I got it for dirt cheap, free on an operation last year. I wouldn't pay money for it. There's many tanks that are better than this one. Mediums. This is an older Cold War medium, and it's kind of underpowered. So it's okay, but not great. Okay. This is what you're interested in. Well, at least some of it anyway. ×4 commander, not bad, and ×3 vehicle, also not bad. Again, these are both given away in the toy tank mode for free. I would delay buying these. The Minuteman, tier 7. As Wrong Way himself would tell you, every time that he comes up with a blocking operation in a contract or something, he goes directly to the Minuteman. It's an awesome blocking tank for tier 7. It's very good. I don't hardly use it because I'm not a fan of super slow tanks, even though the Minuteman is very good and it worked for me because Wrong Way was not lying. I got on it and I'm like, man, I almost got killed, but I made it to safety, and then I blocked like thousands of damage. He is not wrong. It was a tier 7 match. I was lucky. Okay, we don't worry about this. We already got this super savings business. These are stupid as heck. These are items that they sell for silver. Don't pay gold for that. Super savings. What do we got here? Same business. Do not buy any of this junk. With gold, pay for it with silver in-game. Dumb. It's just terrible. Forget about contracts. All right, let's go back up here. It's ahead of here. This is a great item. IS-6 Hydra, black and white camo. Black and red camo. $10 plus tax American. You get 850 gold plus this awesome tank and boosters. You cannot go wrong. Check the tank of the month every month. It's always the same price, $10. And you always get, it tells you right here, 850 gold, 3 days of premium, 10 1.5 silver boosters. Fantastic deal. If you buy it in the store, $8.50 gold is $5. Speaks for itself. All right, here we go. Now, this is the gold stuff. This is the stuff that dreams are made of. Hayden himself, the head donut. That's an inside joke. He wants the Weasel. Brownie wants the Weasel. Because the Weasel is a vicious and devastating rocket weapon. ATGM. Okay? But it does require specific rocket skills and a specific rocket commander for maximum devastation, which I have videos about that. That's not a problem. I'm just warning you up front. You don't just pick up a Weasel, take it out, and blow people away like lint unless you're just a natural rocket player. Hayden is really good. Brownie is really good. So they're going to be served well by the Weasel. But it's super fast. It drives a little erratic. If you don't like light tanks, you're not going to like the Weasel because it is an ultra light tank. It rolls maximum speed 97. The best setup for your commander, though, what have you, ends up in a 92 speed, which is terrific. It has a lot of upside potential. Has a lot of great attributes. I have one, and I'm kicking butt in it off and on. I'm getting better and better and better, and I'm old. Those kids, when they get their hands on it, they're going to be vicious monsters, okay? Just the way it is. Weasel, very awesome. You know, it's a regular price of 14,000 gold. Now it's 10,000. It's an absolute steal for this tank if this is what you've been wanting, if you like rocket tanks. I have other videos about rocket tanks, and I'm going to have another video comparing the different rocket tanks that I have, and I got about 8 of them. Weasel is really good, but it plays like a light tank that's very twitchy. If that doesn't sound like something you like, make sure you watch videos, mine or someone else's, on the Weasel. Be aware of what it is and what it is not. It has no other gun. It has only 24 rockets. That's it. I've never run out of rockets. I've never lived long enough to run out of rockets in that tank. I've either won the match or lost the match before that happened, so that's not really a problem. I'm just trying to give you the straight up, good information. Whoops, I went the wrong direction. All right, here we go. Back up here. Here we go. All right, here's another one. Another interesting tank, the Centurion AV medium. Another vicious tier 10 tank. I have this from last year, I think. We get this last year? No, we didn't get this last year. We got this year. I think that's right. Vicious, heavy damage, slow reload, monster medium tank. Really good. A lot of people whine and cry about it. Because if you get killed by it, it's your fault. It ain't fast. It didn't sneak up on you like a Weasel. You kind of left yourself open. So people who get killed by the AVRE whine and complain because they're stupid. Sorry, I'm just telling you the way it is. If they whine and complain about it, this dude is not fast. I think it's like 25, maybe 30. That is not fast. It doesn't fool you. It doesn't sneak up on you, really. You have to not be paying attention, son. So if that sounds like something you want to do and lay the lumber to the dudes, and when you shoot them with the AVRE, dude, it hurts. It does up to 1,400 plus damage. It's a monster. It is really good. I have it. I don't play it very much because that's not my style. But I played it, and it was kind of fun. I mean, it packs a thundering wallop. So there you go. If that sounds good, well, then there you are. All right. Now I'm going to show you these collections. Be a lot simpler this way. Czechoslovakian Tier 8 Ragnarok T-34 with a 100 cannon. The Soviet Tier 8 Hydra IS-6 heavy tank. This is the same tank that's on the Tank of the Month sale. and the Soviet Tier 8 Minotaur KV-5 heavy tank. If these tanks float your boat, great. Good deal. The main thing about these is that these are 75% silver earners, but they're not as important now as we have, since we have Cold War, which is, you got better tanks. It's just, I don't recommend these tanks as a general rule unless you're a collector or they fit your personal style of play. You prefer World War II over Cold War. There's certain things that will tip the balance in their favor. But objectively, if you play both Cold War and World War II, they're inferior. But that's objectively. And if you just like it, well, then buy it. I mean, it's just that simple. These are very good. Fish has them, Wrong Way has them, and Bernie has them. They're good. They say they're good tanks. Cold Steel Trio, this is the one I have. These are okay. They're not that great, though. The weakness of these tanks, again, World War II, pardon me, but these are Tier 8s. You're going to fight Tier 10s a lot, and they're hard. It's hard to win in a Tier 10 match in these tanks, unless you're an expert medium player for the Earthshaker, unless you're an expert heavy tank player in the Eradicator. In a Tier 8 match, these are good tanks, fair, solid tanks, okay? But against 9s and 10s, it's El Stinkadora. You know, Demolisher Tier 8 sniper tank. I do have one MVP in a Tier 10 match in this tank. So it is really good, but it's just hard to score as an 8 in a 10 match. But it does damage tanks. It's just hard to kill them. That's the problem with Tier 10s. They're hard to kill with an 8. So the thing about these tanks, now, it sounds more impressive than it actually is. These are 75% commander point earners per game. However, when you're in a Tier 8 and you play in a Tier 10 match, if you're not an expert in one of these styles, medium, heavy, or sniper, you ain't scoring. Just that's the simple reality. You ain't scoring. If you're an expert, you know, you're just going to spend 8 to 15 minutes in each match. And if you're an expert medium tank player, you can score the Earthshaker. You could rake it in pretty good. But while you're doing this in an Earthshaker at 75% commander experience points in your match, I'm going to roll 3 or 4 Tier 2 38H matches, and I'm going to bury you with commander points per hour. I will literally bury you. You cannot compare to what I'm going to bring home in my 50% bonus 38H or my 50% bonus Astron Rex and my 50% bonus Vengeance. Those commander tanks will all do better than these tanks. That's the sad reality. Now, these are good tanks. Fun to play if you like this kind of thing. Demolisher has a horrendously slow turret. It rotates terribly. No one told me that. So these are all good, but they have severe weaknesses that I'm telling you about up front so you understand what it is. Now, the other things I'm not going to show you are the individual tank pictures. This is on the website. You can go get it yourself. It's not a big deal. The stuff I told you is the most important stuff. If it sounds great to you, great. They are expensive, but this is a 50% off price. It's not terrible. You know, I got great deals on mine. I got their shaker for free on the operation, a month ago, something like that, 6 weeks ago, something like 4 or 6 weeks ago. I got great deals on all of these tanks. I didn't pay 17,000 gold or whatever. What do they charge individually for these? Demolisher, 40% for 7,100. Oh, hell no. They gave this tank away. Oh, hell no. Carnarvon, 7,100 gold. Hell no. I wouldn't buy any of these tanks separately at that price. It's not worth it. You can do it if you want. but I don't think they're worth it. This could be the same story. Hydra 8000, give me a break. It's $10 in the tank of the month. Don't buy that separate. Minotaur KV5 7800, not for me. I'm not a heavy tank slow player. Might be good for you though. Ragnarok T34 with a 100mm cannon. Nope, I don't pay $6,600 for T34s of any kind. So you can count me out. I certainly wouldn't buy any of those. I did buy this Weasel. It's a butt kicker. I did buy the Ultimate Season Pass where I got the AVRE. These two are the butt kickers right here. The Weasel and the AVRE. These other ones are decent. But they're decent when you get them for a dirt cheap price because I hardly ever touch them because they're not a smart move. You're better off with an Tier 8 Astron Rex, Tier 8 Vengeance, or a free, 100% free, no strings attached, Tier 2 38H, and just beat people down with the 38H's commander points per hour. It's a monster. I have a video I posted a few days ago of my greatest 38H game I ever played. I got over 100,000 experience in one game. None of these tanks really top that. So there you go. There's the reviews and the recommendations for those tanks. Now, here's the butt kicking time. Conqueror Mark II. I don't have this tank. I don't think this tank is that big of a deal. Era 2, heck no. It's not a big deal. You know why it's not a big deal? Because Wallet Saver FV 4211. Oh, man. This is a good deal, but not great. I was lucky to get my 4211 half price. It was a spoiler. It was a spoil you rotten deal, and I was spoiled rotten, brother. Because I was running with Top, and that dude is an absolute master of the 4211. So I learned side by side from one of the masters, and he taught me how to play this tank. And it's a phenomenal tank. This, to me, this is the #1 heavy tank in Era 2. I hate to say it, you know, if you don't have it and you want it, you can pay $9,000, you know, next week, you know, after Christmas, or wait and see if you get a better deal. It may or may not happen. This tank is an absolute freaking monster. It's a butt kicker. 65% silver bonus. Armor that's just unbelievably good. You can bounce shots if you're a skilled heavy tank player. Oh my God, it's awesome. I highly recommend this tank. You must have this tank. Now, if you don't have this and you want to get one for dirt cheap, check the Tanks for Free experience. You can get the Leopard 2 AV for like 280,000 free experience, which is, you know, if you got it, it's dirt cheap. This tank is a little bit better than the Leopard 2 AV, but Fish himself rolls the 2 AV because it's damn good. So this is what I would say. This is my Batman of heavy tanks in Era 2, and the Robin of heavy tanks, but just by a little bit, is the 2 AV. They're two awesome tanks. Those are Batman and Robin. And if I can't get Batman because it's too expensive, I don't have enough gold, but I have free experience, I'd take the Robin in the 2 AV because it's a butt kicker. Absolute butt kicker. A+, I'd say the AV is an A. ELC Even 90. This is exactly the same tank as the Vanguard 2, which is a 3-shot autoloader. It's a tiny little jerk. In my listings, it's the #3 best light tank in World War II at Tier 8. So if you don't have the Vanguard, you can get this one. It's exactly the same tank. No difference except camo or cosmetic. It's that good. The only tanks I have better than this, and this is very subjective, any one of these three is the best one, is the T41E1 10-shot autoloader or the Holland Hund 50% commander bonus tank with a 90mm cannon. So either the Holland Hund T41E1 or the Vanguard / ELC Even 90. These are the 3 best Tier 8 light tanks in the game. no question. Any one of those is awesome based on it's like saying, you like chocolate, do you like vanilla, or do you like strawberry? They're all great flavors, but everyone has a favorite. Some are chocolate, some are vanilla, some are strawberry. So my personal favorite is the T41E1, but I can take any one of those three out and whip Mega Butt at any time I want. I have all three. I'm a light tank specialist. So this is an A plus tank. 4,800 gold for literally an A plus tier 8. If you need a tier 8 butt kicker. There's a bunch of others that exist that are good. Aguila. M41D. What else is there? There's another one that's similar to the Aguila. I don't know, whatever. But the reality is they're all number 4 or less. T92, T92 Falcon. Those are all tier 8. There's a Russian one. I want to say 432. Another really good. There are a lot of good ones at tier 8. But the top 3 are the top 3, and this is one of the top 3. It's up to you. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Here's another one. Now, these are terrible. Well, not terrible, but my boy Top, the master of the 4211, told me the T72 Euro is a trash tank. And by comparison to the 4211, it is a trash tank. He's not lying. No gun depression. You have to have Iron Mace to make this thing penetrate. Iron Mace for premiums to make it penetrate at distance. It's not good. Do not buy this tank. This tank is very bad. Up close personal, it's all right, but you can buy the 4211. It's worth way more than this. This thing's not worth 7,200 gold. I'm just telling you it isn't. I got it for dirt cheap, and I don't use it. It's not very good. It is on a scale of 10, it's probably about a 4. And Top would say I'm probably being kind. He probably has it as a 3 or a 2. Well, Saver M41A1 Revelries. Frenchie. Tier 8 Frenchie medium. I don't have this tank. I'm not a big medium tank guy in general, especially at tier 8. I would say don't buy this tank, and I'll tell you why. The tanks I would tell you to buy instead of this are definitely better. That American Vengeance is a 50% commander booster, and I've whipped Mega Butt in a tier 10 match. I've gotten MVP in tier 10 in the Vengeance tank. It's that good. It'll penetrate tier 10s without any funny business, which is fantastic. At range. So I give the Vengeance category A, tier 8 heavy tank. I give the Astron Rex tier 8. I'm sorry, Vengeance is a medium tank. But a thumbs up on that one. Thumbs up to the medium tank Astron Rex with 50% commander bonus. It has a 5-shot auto loader. It's an absolute butt kicker. And as Wrongway says, dude, the turret armor is nasty. Those two tanks crush this Frenchie. Forget this Frenchie. Don't waste your time. Go get the best of the best ones available for tier 8. And that's because they're 50% bonus commanders on top of being butt-kicking mediums. I use those tanks, and I'm not a medium expert. And I have butt-kicked in tier 10. Yes, I have an Astron Rex MVP in a tier 10 match. I did that with Brownie. I even have a witness to the effect. Plus, I had the video on YouTube, but whatever. So, those are two literally A+ medium tanks at tier 8. The Vengeance and the Astron Rex. I wouldn't waste my time on this garbage. Sorry, that's just me. All right? Yeah, that's a super sales picture. So I think it covers all of these Wallet Savers, super sale, whatever the heck it is. Yeah, this one expires Christmas night, so you'll have a chance to get it. All right, so we covered that. Covered Tank of the Month, a terrific deal. Absolutely a great deal. I've gotten quite a few tank of the months, and they were all awesome. All right, so let's cover that. We covered that. Covered this. Yeah, this expires Christmas night, but don't buy it. You know, it's not really a good deal. You know, no, don't buy those. You can buy those, the weekly deal, Commander ×4s and Vehicle ×3. Those are good every day of the year. The Minuteman also very good. It's just a personal preference. Do you want a super slow medium tank with great armor bouncing? I'm sorry, heavy tank. The answer is if you do, it's a terrific tank. It's slower than dirt, though. Up the hill, dude, it's not fun. You don't want to drive that thing uphill. I'm just telling you. But a really good tank. All right, Super Savings garbage. That's all trash. Super Savings, that's also trash. You don't want to buy any of those. They're all items they sell for silver. Don't pay gold for items they sell for silver. It's one of the stupidest things you could do. Contracts to work on contracts. I'll tell you what I do in case you have missed it. And I'm doing the alt mode. I can't speak good. That's all, folks. Alt Pro Max 30. I just finished stage 4 with my Panzer V4. And when I finish stage 5, I'm going to earn 3 free days of premium, and I'm going to dump out of that contract. Now that is a legit premium tank. If it somehow shows up, you know, in a war chest and you get it after earning it from the contract, that is a 7,000 gold bonus right there. But it's too much work for me to do. I'm not doing it. I don't care. I'm tired of doing contracts. That's just me. And I've never seen this tank in a war chest or a card. So that's just my own personal deal. You can never go wrong earning the premium tanks like the Hammer or the Talon or the Eagle. I did all 3 of those. I did the Hammer after I had the Hammer just to do it because I used the Hammer to unlock the Hammer contract just for fun. Because the Hammer is a Tiger tank, and I love Tiger tanks. They're awesome. So, you know, whatever. I had the big top, got rid of it. It did nothing for me. Sharpshooter, too long. I ain't doing that contract. Check your resolutions. It's basic stuff right there. You can pause this and read this and check it out. I've already done all mine for this month. We're waiting at the end of the season, end of January. We're going to get this free tank, which is a Sherman tank with a old style ancient Chinese rocket rack on top. I say that this rocket rack is for cosmetic purposes and you're not going to have rockets launching from it for damage. Brownie said he's going to be mad if that's the case. It's a freebie for us because we've done all the seasons, so it's no big deal. Dog camo is a good camo, especially in the desert. Just throw that one out there for you because it's tan and it's cool, and it's like, hey, wait a second, those are dogs. So that's cool. And if you like, whoops, pardon me while I scroll back down because I hit the controller and bumped it offline. Anyway, dog camo, here we go. These don't do it for me, but if you're a dog person and your dog looks like one of these, it probably is awesome. That's just me. I'm not into this. But that's the dog camo. It really is a great desert camo because it has all the different colors, plus it's primarily, you know, an off-white / tan. So good stuff. Warden tank. Very good medium tank. This is a butt-kicking Era 2 medium. Depending on what you want. If you're a medium expert, it's a butt kicker. Really is good. I have it. It's awesome. Now, if I had to choose this or the Weasel, I'm a light tank guy, so Weasel is for me. This one is an awesome medium. So you would not go wrong. The Weasels, the problem is that it's hard to learn. Chest earner, you should have already done your chest earning, etc. Do not buy Tanksmith war chests. They're no good. You don't want to buy those, trust me. Oh, well, not Tanksmith. Tanksmith is I don't like those either. Those are the commanders. It's a bad deal to me. That's just my personal opinion. If you like it, that's fine. I have nothing wrong with that. If you like two-dimensional commanders, they're awesome. They're all ugly to me. I don't like them. But I was thinking of tank. Oh, no, this is Tanksmas. This is Tanksmas. I don't care for these myself. You might, and that's fantastic. I have no problems at all. But I just don't want it. I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to gamble to get a 1% tank. And I'm not going to gamble on getting. There's like two that I like of the commanders. I don't even want two-dimensional commanders. I like 3Ds. Forget it. Tank. This is a tank war chest, right? Yeah, this is the tank war chest. These are trash. Earn these for free. They're great. I ain't paying 1,000 gold for this because you cannot get gold ever from this tank chest. And you have a 2% chance of getting a rare tank from it. And if you get the ultimate shaft here is if you get a tank that you already own, like my boy Hayden got the Vanguard out of this, and it was horrible. He already had the Vanguard. So he got a 2.6 million silver refund. You know, he felt bad. I felt bad for him because he got robbed. So that pretty much covers everything else. This is the end of the thing. So please leave a like. It'll help spread the word. The thumbs up is very important on YouTube. Tell your friends. That way they'll have an access to see what I think of these things and my explanations of these tanks, good or bad, that are coming up for sale. Leave a comment if you need to. Ask a question. I'll be glad to help you out because that's what I do. I help people get more, be better, and get happier with what they do in this game. Tell your friends. That way they can possibly leave a like and maybe subscribe as well. You never know. So I'm out of here. It's Christmas Eve. I'm going to post this Christmas Day, and I will see you guys hopefully again today, tomorrow, the next day, whatever next week. Best of luck in your games. Hope you guys have an awesome Christmas, because I know I will. So thanks again for watching. I will see you again, I hope, very soon.